The late autumn sun was sinking behind the tidy rows of suburban houses when millionaire businessman Ethan Cole stopped in his tracks. He had been stapling missing child posters around the neighborhood for hours, his clothes wrinkled, his tie loose, his expression carved with worry. The smiling face on the poster belonged to Noah, a 5-year-old boy who had disappeared 2 days earlier. Ethan had funded search teams, drones, volunteers, everything money could buy. But still, there was no trace. When he taped yet another poster to a street pole, a soft voice tugged him back to reality. "Sir, that boy lives in my house." Ethan turned sharply. A little girl stood beside him. 7, maybe 8, wide brown eyes, messy hair, and a jacket that looked a size too big. She pointed at the poster, her tiny finger trembling. Ethan's heart punched against his ribs. "What do you mean?" he asked, crouching to her level. She swallowed hard. "I know him. He's in our basement." The world tilted. "Who is our?" Ethan asked, trying to keep his voice steady. "My mom and me," she whispered. "But my mom says he's not supposed to go outside. She says people will take him away again." Again. Ethan felt cold wind rip through him. "Sweetheart," he said carefully, "can you tell me your name?" "Leela," she murmured. "Leela, can you show me where you live?" She nodded. Ethan followed the little girl down the quiet neighborhood street. Every step felt heavier than the last. His security team was on the way, but Leela begged him not to call police yet. "She gets mad when strangers come," Leela had said. Really mad. When they reached the house, a small, weather-worn place with peeling paint, Ethan sensed something was wrong. Windows covered with blankets, mailbox overflowing, lawn uncut even for autumn standards. Leela pushed open the front door. It creaked like something hurting. Inside, the house smelled of damp carpets and old sadness. Boxes were stacked everywhere, toys scattered, dishes piling. But the silence was worse. Leela led him to a narrow hallway. "My mom doesn't let me in the basement," she whispered. "But I can hear him." Ethan crouched again, placing a gentle hand on her shoulder. "Are you scared here, Leela?" Her eyes glossed with tears. "Sometimes. She yells a lot. She thinks people want to hurt her." It hit him then. This wasn't a kidnapping in the way he'd imagined. This was something else. Something tangled, desperate. "Is your mom home now?" he asked. Leela shook her head. "She left an hour ago. She said she needed medicine." Ethan inhaled sharply and moved toward the basement door. He twisted the handle. Locked. "Do you know where the key is?" Leela nodded and reached for a small drawer tucked behind a cabinet. Inside was a single rusted key. Ethan unlocked the door. The basement smelled like dust and old blankets, but there was something else, something small and human. A whimper, a soft cry. Ethan descended the creaking steps, Leela close behind him. And then he saw him. Noah, sitting on an old mattress, wrapped in a blanket, eyes red and frightened, but alive. "Noah," Ethan choked, dropping to his knees. The boy blinked, confused, then recognized the voice. "Daddy." Ethan pulled him into his arms, shaking with relief. Leela smiled faintly. She said she found him outside the grocery store. She said no one cared for him, so she took him home. She said that's how she saved me too. Ethan froze. "Saved you?" Leela nodded again. "I'm not her real daughter. She found me when I was a baby. She always says she rescues kids." The revelation hit him harder than any punch. This little girl had been living her whole life believing that chaos was love. Ethan swallowed the ache in his throat. "Leela, you're very brave for telling me." She looked down. I didn't want him to cry anymore. In that moment, Ethan knew, saving Noah wasn't enough. Another child needed rescuing too. Police arrived minutes later. Leela's mother was found wandering near a convenience store, disoriented, afraid, and clearly battling untreated mental illness. She never resisted. She simply kept repeating, "I kept them safe. I kept them safe." As officers guided her away, Leela hid behind Ethan's coat. He placed a protective hand over her small back. "Will they take me away now?" she whispered. Ethan knelt and cupped her cheeks gently. "No, sweetheart, you're not going anywhere alone." He looked at Noah, still clinging to his shirt, and then back at Leela. "From now on," he said softly, "you're safe. Both of you." Leela's lips trembled. "Can I stay with you?" Ethan felt his heart shatter, then rebuild itself in the same breath. "Yes," he whispered. "You already saved my son. Now let me save you." And under the fading autumn light, the millionaire walked out holding two children, one found, and one finally free.